Hi there, Kristen again with ministrytochildren.com. For today's children's message, really this is going to work best having an actual live audience with actual live children. However, since I don't have any of those, unfortunately, at my ready disposal to serve as counterparts, we're going to just have to use our imaginations a little bit, and I'll try and play the double role of both message giver and message receiver. The story today is kind of an interesting one. It has to do with the faith of the Canaanite woman, which when we see it on face value, it's sort of strange. Well, Jesus is seeming to deny this woman any help and then says that to give her help would be like giving food to dogs. Well, that's weird. But there is an important point to be made regarding faith, trust, and who Jesus came to serve. Everyone. So, here's just one way that you could perhaps communicate these principles to your audience, depending on what it might be. Hi, kids. Do you ever like getting surprises? I sure do. Well, some kinds of surprises anyways. I mean, I like surprises when it's like a birthday or someone just happens to bring me ice cream in the afternoon. But I don't so much like the surprises like when you get a flat tire or you suddenly run out of toilet paper or you step on dog poop. Those are not fun surprises. Well, I have a surprise in this bag. And I'm going to tell you, I think it's a pretty good one. I think that there's good stuff in this bag. Would you like to see what's inside of the bag? Oh, but wait. You can see what's inside the bag, but I'm not going to show you before you grab it. You have to actually reach in without knowing what's inside. Do you still want to see what's in the bag? If you're sure, then you can see what's in the bag. But first, a couple things I need you to do. So first I need you to turn around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. Now, before you get to look in the bag, I want you to hop up and down 5 times. Ready? I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. All right. Now, oh wait. Can you recite the alphabet? Ready? Go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Did I miss a letter? W, X, M, P, T, R, Z. Okay, great. Good job. Well, you can look in the bag now. Actually, you can reach in the bag, but you have to close your eyes. It's something good, really. I think it's good in here. But close your eyes before you reach in. Are you ready? Keep them closed. Keep them closed. All right, now reach in. Ooh, you feel it? What do you think it could be? I think it is. Well, that's not a bad prize, right? Cool little dragon toy. Can't go wrong with candy. See, that was a pretty good surprise. But in order to get the surprise, you first had to do some extra things, and you really kind of had to have faith, huh? You had to trust me that what I was telling you was the truth, that it wasn't just going to be a random wad of used hamburger wrappers or something. You had to trust that when I said I think there's something good in here, there really was something good in here. Sometimes that's a little tricky. In the story that we hear in today's gospel, someone had to trust in Jesus. And someone had faith and demonstrated remarkable faith and trust in what Jesus had promised and said. So it's a story about a time that Jesus was traveling through a town, an area, and a woman came up to him and asked for help. She said, "My daughter is really sick. There's an evil spirit that's living in her and making her do bad things, and I know you can heal her. So, Lord, can you please heal her?" Well, at first, Jesus didn't answer this woman. He didn't even really look at her. He just kind of ignored her, which seems strange, but she kept at him, and the disciples finally said, "Tell her to go away. She keeps bugging you." And Jesus finally said something that might be strange. He said, "Well, I came first and foremost for the people of Israel." See, this woman was a Gentile. She was not a Jew. And Jesus and his disciples were Jews. So Jesus basically said, I've come to give my message to the Jews, and you're not one of them. Well, this woman had probably often been told, you're not good enough, you're not one of the crowd, you're not worthy of being helped, but that didn't stop her. He said, look, if I help you, it would be like someone taking the food from the table and instead of giving it to his kids, giving it to the dogs and the pets on the floor. And the woman said, but hey, even the dogs get the table scraps. And Jesus said, you know what? You have great faith. And so he healed her daughter. Well, that seems kind of strange altogether. Why didn't Jesus heal her right away? And why did he say he only came for the Jews? Well, we know that Jesus came for everyone. And we know that he did love this woman and have compassion on her. But it took a little bit of waiting. It took a little bit of persistence. She had to keep trying and keep trying. And she knew that Jesus could heal her daughter. She did have faith. She trusted. She knew that this was someone important and someone special. And she knew that he could help her. And she demonstrated that faith by her persistence in asking and saying, I know you can do this. And Jesus realized, hey, this woman, even though she isn't a Jew, she's demonstrating better faith than some of the Jews have. And so he did heal her. Now, what does this mean for us? Well, we know that it's not our faith in ourselves or our persistence that gets us anything. It's God's doing. But sometimes we do have to be patient. Sometimes we trust and we know that God will answer all prayers and does answer all prayers. But sometimes it's not the answer we might want. Sometimes God says, wait. Sometimes God says no. Sometimes we have to be patient, and sometimes the things that we get might not look like we initially thought they would. It might be an unpleasant surprise, which later turns out to be a blessing. But we don't always see that right away. So we are to have faith. We are to trust. We are to hope and to understand that God does love us. We might feel insignificant. We might feel unimportant. It might feel like he's not listening, but he is. And with patience and faith and trust, we know that God will provide for us. We know he's worthy of our trust because he has given us good things, because he gives us the things we need for daily living, and because he's given us the best thing of all, grace and salvation through Jesus. So we can put our hope in him, no matter what our circumstances, and know that he is worthy of our faith and trust. Well, why don't we say a little prayer and we can thank God for being worthy of our trust and remind ourselves that we do trust him. Dear God, thank you for your promises. We know that you are worthy of trust. We know that you are faithful. Help us to be patient, even when it's hard to understand. We love you, Lord. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for Jesus. In his name, amen. Well, I hope this was a little bit helpful in explaining the story and some of the things that you can share through the story. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment down below. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.